First, the results are in. All eyes tonight on the governor's race, a contest much of the country will be following closely. Good evening. I'm Brendan McLaughlin.
And I'm Wendy Ryan. Thanks for joining us. We're taking action for you with team coverage of the Florida primary. Our crews are all out tonight covering the governor's race from across the state. And right now, voters talking about how the contest is shaping up. And now we know it will be Charlie Crist trying to retake the governor's mansion. This time as a Democrat on the November ballot. He earned 74% of the vote over Nan Rich.
And incumbent Governor Rick Scott defended his seat with 88% of the vote in the Republican primary over Yinka Abosedi Adeshina and Elizabeth Cuevas Neundur. We kick off our team coverage now with Jameson Euler anchoring live in Fort Lauderdale, where the Charlie Crist campaign is only expected to heat up from here. Jameson?
Exactly right, Brendan. And if Charlie Crist can get the voters here in Florida to believe in him the way that he got this ballroom hyped up here tonight in Fort Lauderdale, he is certainly going to give Governor Rick Scott a run for his money come November. Now, Charlie Crist came out here tonight to this stage raring to go. He took his jacket off as soon as he got out there, took off his jacket, and taking a line right out of Rick Scott's book, he said it's time to get to work. He did that pretty quickly, putting Governor Rick Scott in his crosshairs in his speech, while at the same time reminding voters of the things that he was able to accomplish when he was the governor, promising that he can do it again no matter what party affiliation label that he wears.
You know, we're supposed to serve the people, but too many politicians, including our opponent, are making people's lives harder, not easier. You know, when I was governor, serving the public was never about right versus left. It was always about right versus wrong.
All right, so after an early morning meeting, it's back on the campaign trail for Charlie Crist tomorrow, who's once again trying to prove to Florida voters that he can be the governor here in the state of Florida, this time as a Democrat. Live in Fort Lauderdale tonight, I'm Jameson Euler, ABC Action News.
Thanks, Jameson. Meanwhile, tonight, Governor Rick Scott celebrating a win, but not publicly. Governor Scott made it clear all day as he jumped around the state from Orlando to Tampa to Naples and Miami that he's looking towards the future, saying he's focused on November. Governor Scott and the First Lady made a few primary day campaign calls in Tampa to local supporters and then stepped outside to talk education and jobs.
I grew up in a family that my dad really had a hard time keeping a job. 832,000 people lost their job under Charlie Crist. Home prices dropped over 40% under Charlie Crist. When I became governor, over 40% of our homes were underwater on their mortgages because Charlie didn't focus on jobs.
And instead of making a big public show tonight, Governor Scott put out a statement in part which reads, "The next few months are about talk versus action. Florida will have a choice between a governor who sent our state into a tailspin and a governor who gets results."